So it's your boy Dead Beasy, and I'm here with a skate tutorial.
Choose your fighter.
So for today's tutorial, I'm going to be talking to my intermediate. I'm going to be talking to my advanced skaters. Sorry beginners, I'm going to have to come up with something else for you. Anyway, our move today is going to be called the toe spin cork screw. Well, this move is a variation of the toe spin, and it's a really cool move to have. Like if you're looking for a new way to impress your friends, if you're looking for a new move for a battle, maybe you've seen this at the rink and you haven't had an opportunity to do it. Today is the day that you learn it. So, a couple things that you're going to need before you do the toe spin corkscrew. The first thing is you're going to need to develop your ability to walk on your toes. If you can't walk on your toes, you can't do a toe spin corkscrews. Simple as that. Step 2, you're going to need to have jam plugs, or you're going to need to have take your toe stops out. Or maybe like have a smaller toe stop, because I know like some people have like really big bulky toe stops. Your skates aren't built to do moves and maneuvers on your toes. So since this is a dance move, you gotta have your skates set up to dance in. Anyway, let's get into it. So there are 3 basic moves, 3 basic things that you need to understand in order to be able to do this move. Number 1, you need to put a mop. Don't stop holding that mop on your shoulders. Because when I turn my shoulders for a rotation, you need to put the strength in between your shoulders so they turn as one. And that's why I imagine there's a mop going across my shoulders. So when I turn my body turns as one. What you see a lot of skaters doing, they'll have the momentum, they might have the foot mechanics, but when they go to turn, their body folds in on itself because they don't have strong shoulder connection. And that's honestly the reason why a lot of people can't spin. A lot of people can't do rotational moves because they don't understand how to hold their body and balance themselves as they're going in a turn. For example, if you're trying to turn and you are not making a connection between your shoulders, you're gonna turn and you're gonna flop in on yourself. This is what a lot of skaters look like. Do not do this. They go. And the big thing is when they go for the turn, their body is not prepared to turn with the momentum. The next thing, you're gonna need that same connection in your hips so that when your hips turn, your body doesn't fold in on each other, on itself. The last thing is the footwork. So for the footwork, I like to first put one foot out straight, and then I put my second foot behind, kind of like in a T motion. And then I put my arms out and I twist it and I turn in. And that's what you want to try to do. You're going to turn one rotation and you're going to spin back to that T motion. You're going to put your arms out, turn, and you're going to come directly back to the T motion. So the thing is, and one of the things that I use to make this move easier to practice is when I'm just learning it and when I'm starting off learning it, I don't come all the way up on my toes. I get far enough on my toes to make the rotation, but I'm not all the way up here. So it's a lot easier. It's a lot safer for you. The second thing that I do is I focus on making one rotation. You don't have to spin 20 times. You don't have to spin 30 times. Get one rotation tight, and then the other rotation will come. Something that actually has held me back from getting better is the idea that when I learn a move, I have to go loss it. That I learn a move, one rotation isn't enough. When I learn a move, focusing on doing it small and doing it basic is not enough. Or even the idea that the only moves that count are the really big moves. The really like, oh man, 3 1-foot spins and jump out to a split. Like, no. In order to get to those big moves, you have to stack a whole lot of small moves and experience that comes with getting those small moves. So it's really, really important to start small and to start safe. When your practice is small, your practice is safe. When you practice, and something else that I like to do, in addition to focusing on getting one tight rotation before getting more, I like to focus on figuring out a way to get out of a move without hurting myself. If you think you're going to hurt yourself, you're not going to practice the move. If you think you're going to fall, you're not going to practice the move. If you think you're going to bust your knee, you will not practice the move. Your body will tell you not to do it with good reason. You're scared. And if you're scared, it's probably your body telling you like, hey man, like I remember our ancestors got hurt doing some crazy stuff like this. So what I like to do is I like to imagine how I'm going to exit the move. When I'm exiting this move, I take my back foot out. It's here, I slide it out, and I just put all 4 on the ground. At any moment, you should be able to slide out and put all 4 wheels back down on the ground, because there's nothing safer than having all 4 of your wheels on the ground. Let's take a look at a couple things and a couple drills that we can use to develop this skate style and this skate move. One thing that I learned down at the Golden Glide skating is that a lot of skaters, they spend a lot of time skating around the whole rink. And when you skate around the whole rink, you lose chances to make pivots and you lose chances to make turns. And honestly, that is the basis of rhythm skating, making the pivots and making the turns. So what I like to do sometimes is I like to practice in a smaller section of floor so that I can really have more chances to practice my turns. And when I'm practicing in that smaller section of floor, I skate a figure 8 because a figure 8 gives you a chance to practice your turns very frequently on both sides. So a figure 8 looks like this. You come around, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just skated a very small figure 8. Honestly, when I was first started skating figure 8s, I would skate the 8s on the floor, like in the middle, and it'd be a very big 8. And sometimes I would just practice skating circles. Circles, that's what they do in New Jersey to get their inside up. They skate in a circle. And that's what's gonna be really important, and that's what we're gonna practice today. But instead of just practicing the 8, we're gonna do the 8 on our toes. So, we're going on our toes, around, around. This is the most important piece when you're coming to the second half of the 8 because your legs are switching. And that is the inception for the move. Boom. Come in, boom. And that's just a drill that I like to practice in order to get my toes stronger. Now that we got the basics down, let's take this move to the next level. So what I like to do is I like to start off with my arms out straight. And as I pick up momentum, I like to bring my arms down and beside my body. I think it's really clean. And honestly, you can bring your arms down. You can bring your arms down and in. You can bring your arms around in a circle. I just like to bring mine down because I do a lot of dance skating. So if I come around, boom, 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 here, and then I can come out. And I like to do it like that because I think it looks clean, but the arms really don't matter. But what's important is that you have a flow and you have a picture of how you want the spin to look in your mind, because that's what's really important. It's important to have the spin, but it's also important for the spin